Go for it.
Aloha snack bar, everyone. It's the one, the only, the majestic ape, Senor Silverback with the denizen of the airwaves himself, the uncanny one, on another edition of Mornings with V and CJ, where we give you the news, the information, and everything that you need that is pertinent to the day, the most important stuff, and even things that people are not even talking about. We keep it lighthearted and funny. With that being said, you can check us out on Twitter at the Rogue Money. Check us out on our Rogue Money Facebook page, as well as our website, roguemoney.net. With that being said, also, guys, check out our sponsor. If you're suffering from debt, you need help, you need a new, fresh start on life, then you need to check out my guys over at myfreedomnow.us. Whether it's bankruptcies, judgments, liens, foreclosures, whatever the heck it is that you're facing, myfreedomnow.us. Heck, you might just need a tune-up to get a better credit score so you can get yourself a house or refinance. myfreedomnow.us. CJ, what's crack-a-lacking, buddy?
Hey, good morning, V. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, man. I'm drinking a regular cup of coffee today, man. Just a regular dark roast. Nothing too hardcore.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You may have to have, two or three to, keep you going. But
Yeah. After this, I'm gonna blend up some bulletproof coffee and knock that down and get to work.
There you go. There you go.
Absolutely, man. So what's going on, bro? I mean, where do we begin, CJ? Where do we begin?
Well, just so the sake that we don't forget later on, we have a fan shout out that we'd like to.
Yeah, let's just shout him out right now.
Yeah, so we'd like to send thoughts and prayers with Chris Zurak. He's a big fan of ours, and he's in the hospital recovering from major back surgery. So we just want to send our best regards to him and his family for a quick recovery.
Quick recovery and Godspeed, Chris, from the gorilla and the main man, CJ. Recover soon, buddy. With that being said, dude, I mean, I guess we get into what I posted last night, and then we'll get into the news.
Things are just heating up. Things are coming at us so quickly right now, V. But why don't you break it down for us?
Cool. If you guys go on roguemoney.net, I just posted last night an article called "Total War: Deep State Getting Ready to End Trump Days Away." Basically, what that is this: I have a source, and I'm not going to divulge who it is. It's not W. It's somebody else entirely. Very high up there. Very close ties to certain apparatchiks that are within the Beltway within DC. There was a big meeting that occurred on Friday. There was 17 main individuals that were in that meeting. Nothing is being talked about. Nothing is being said. Typically, when a meeting like this occurs, it's all over the Beltway. It's discussed in DC. When the source was asked, does this pertain to pizza-related materials? And the answer was no. That it was, he believes it was actually targeted towards Trump, this Russian connection. And I said to myself, okay, oh, great, here we go. So now they are going to really zero in on this whole Russia thing and try to get something on Trump. Because, again, what's his name? Michael Flynn already fell on a sword in regard to some sort of perceived impropriety. So you don't even need truth anymore, CJ. All you need is perception.
Right.
So if they can the whole point of these globals, what they're going to try and do is this. Are they going to try to impeach him? Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. But if they can't impeach the guy, what are they going to do? They're going to try and embroil him in scandal for the next 3 to 4 years of his presidency, where he will be so exhausted going in and out of courtrooms and fighting the court that he won't even have a chance to implement anything. It's going to be resistance on all sides. He is literally surrounded by enemies, and that's what the article is stating. Now, what the article also states is there's a counter move here. Remember, it is a war between two factions. Okay, the good guys and the bad guys. If I want to simplify things, okay. What the good guys are trying to do, and I found out that it's actually, I was focusing on Soros and Slim and all this other stuff, but the main point man who runs these operations, the guy who is the consigliere, who's calling a lot of these shots, who is an inside family member. And when I say family, I'm talking about the ruling families who pull the strings on this world, okay? The old oligarchical families. The main guy who does that, CJ, is none other than John Insane McCain. John Insane McCain, who's still butthurt after losing the 2008 presidential campaign. John Insane McCain, who was out there with his bend-over buddy, Lindsey Graham flying over to the Ukraine, flying over to Syria, doing whatever they can to do what? To foment war with Russia. Why? Because their homegirl, Hillary Clinton, should have been elected. And if Hillary would have gotten elected, look, we've said this so many times, CJ, on air. If Hillary gets elected, it's World War III. We said it straight up. Okay, and we've been saying it for over a year to the buildup of the presidential election on November the 8th. Now, Hillary, if she would have gotten elected, she would have taken us to war. The plans were, what I was told, is to be done by April, okay, to have it all kicked off by April. Now these guys are behind on delay, and even though they're losing on all fronts, their two minions, McCain and Graham, are going out there doing Hillary's dirty work. Okay, McCain is also a Rockefeller. He is part of that. He belongs to that clique. He is very closely connected, hence with his buddy Bill Clinton, who's also Rockefeller. Bill being Winthrop Rockefeller's son. That's the God honest truth. Okay, this is the moves that is happening, and the article details that. It's very critical. What Trump needs to do. And I don't want to delve too much on it. I want people to actually go on the website and actually read it. What Trump needs to do, he needs to move quickly. And I'm sure he is. I know there's a lot of work that's being done behind the scenes, but he needs to move quickly. There's a lot of things that's exposed because one of the things, after I got this from my source, I took it to W, and we corroborated on this a little bit. And one of the things that with McCain knows everybody. He's been around forever. W joked that McCain's been around since preschool with Abe Lincoln. I mean, that's how long McCain's been around in the system. He knows everybody. So there's a threat of if McCain goes down, he's going to bring everybody down with him. So they got to do it strategically and surgically. They need to put this guy out to pasture, CJ. It is critical time in the war for the Republic is on, bro.
Yeah, it is on, and it's coming out from multiple fronts. You're absolutely right regarding, John McCain and him and his actions. He has done more to interrupt and try to stop Donald Trump than he did Obama.
Yeah, absolutely. He did nothing to stop Obama.
Nothing.
He did nothing. And here he is flying around the world. Who the hell are you to fly around the world? You're not a diplomat. Nobody's made you an ambassador. You're a senator from Arizona. The hell you doing? You're flying around on the taxpayer's dime to foment unrest, to stir up strife. They're too busy, again, like what Trump tweeted out, they're too busy trying to start World War III. This needs to stop. Enough's enough already. Like, arrest this guy already. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's not his role to be implementing, foreign policy as a senator. If he's a member of some type of oversight committee, something like that, what he should be doing is to help promote what the Democratic Gabby, I forget her name, that went to Syria, Telser, that went to Syria, and now she is being blasted by both the neocons and her own Democratic Party. They are scolding her right now because what she's published, because she's went on the news to share what she uncovered was in Syria, that there were in fact no moderate rebels.
Correct, and her and Dennis Kucinich. And Dennis is a real liberal. And I love Dennis Kucinich. And he is somebody I really respect. I don't agree with everything Dennis is, but Dennis is a good guy. And her and Dennis Kucinich went down there and they realized there's no freaking moderates. So when McInsane is in Syria right now meeting with moderate rebels, come on now. Who do you think he's meeting with? Who do you think he's meeting with? He's meeting with look, if you're not meeting with the secular Syrian or Arab army, okay, if you're not meeting with Syrians, then you're meeting with terrorists, buddy. That's just the bottom line.
You're absolutely right. And V, I didn't put it to this list of agenda items to cover, but I'll definitely probably map it out for tomorrow. But WikiLeaks has revealed information in regards to NSA, the CIA, in regards to the involvement with CIA, that's painting a pretty clear picture that, in fact, that we did partner with the Muslim Brotherhood in Syria out of gain, and all this is going to start coming true. So this is why this war is ramping up in the United States right now of Trump versus the globalists versus the deep state versus the media versus the political establishment. It's truly time for us, not only for Rogue Money, but all other media outlets to the new Truth News to come out and to say, listen, this is happening right now. We need to get together. We need to support, not to just become a talking piece or mouthpiece for Donald Trump, but if you cannot see what is happening right now and how they are out to basically, destroy this administration and to in fact take over, this is it's just incredible what's happening right now.
Man, if it takes a couple hundred people, maybe a couple thousand people armed to the teeth, standing around outside on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, to showing solidarity and support for the president of the United States, which is the American thing for you to do. Whether you're butthurt about the fact that Trump won the election or whatnot, get over your freaking butthurtness. Get it over with, man, and start being American. At the end of the day, start not my president. I've never seen such bullshit like this. I've never in my life seen this is such disgusting bullshit.
Yeah, and now we see, the Democrats just go full stupidity on the Hill. So now you have a couple of Democratic representatives to get up there and actually asking for Congress to review the 25th Amendment to determine if Donald Trump is mentally stable to serve as president of the United States.
Like, this is so insulting. No. John McCain is mentally stable. Maxine Waters, who believes that Putin is invading an imaginary country called Lampompo, is mentally stable. These idiots are stable, but Trump, who's not drinking from the globalist Kool-Aid, he's mentally unstable. Unbelievable.
So now you have Representative Earl Blumenauer from Oregon and Senator Al Franken, like he has any business being on the Hill.
Stuart Smalley, get the hell out of here.
So now they're coming forth to say, hey, you know what? It's not only the Democratic, but it's also a few Republicans, and we know exactly who those are, right?
Yeah, of course.
So now they've introduced legislation, and this is how crazy it is, that would require the presence of a psychiatrist or a psychologist in the White House.
This level of stupidity is unbelievable, man. The fifth column, I mean, you guys are so brazen that the American public, you think you have a bunch of snowflakes marching for you in a bunch of libtard cities, that you guys are big and bad. You guys don't know big and bad. Your generation snowflake and your little leftover 60s hippies that are out there marching for you guys, burning down universities, you guys think you're bad because you can foment that. You guys think you're bad because you have ABC and NBC and CBS and Fox News and all these guys, the mainstream media, doing your bidding and creating perception. You guys think you're bad. You're not bad. You're not that tough. Remember, guys, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would challenge everyone, as far as the MSM, just Google what happened yesterday on MSNBC, where you have Brzezinski. I think that's her last name, Brzezinski, that openly just admits says in public, says that Trump can't control what people think, because that's our job to control what people think. She openly says it.
Yep, that's what do you expect from Minka Brzezinski? The apple does not fall far from the tree. Do you expect anything less from Zbigniew Brzezinski's daughter? I don't. I was waiting for her to come out and say that. Now it's out in the open. It's our job. It's like what Karl Rove said years ago, right? Oh, we are the masters of reality. We create reality. No, you don't. How's that working out for you, you a-hole? You fat pud? How's that working out for you? Unreal, man.
Yeah, so and over, we're seeing these things come to full premonition, but there's the good news is that we, the good guys, are winning. So here we have James O'Keefe from Project Veritas, that has been doing some real. It's going to be interesting to see what exactly information that he has, but he has pretty much stated that he's going to be coming out with some WikiLeaks style information, some truth regarding CNN, that he has, quote unquote, to smoking guns on CNN. So it's going to be very interesting to see exactly. He's quoting hundreds of hours that he has. So whether he had someone there working directly in the studio, what exactly he has. So this is going to be very interesting to see. So this comes to us from Zero Head. So James O'Keefe at Project Veritas is set to unleash Holy Hell Thursday on /fake news network CNN. Well, he did exactly say it was CNN, but it was heavily implied. Apparently, the network has a mole.
Oh, good. Now we can get to some the bottom of what the hell's really happening in this disgusting freaking CNN. Like that idiot Don Lemonhead. Lemonhead was out there having a talk with Ari, the guy who did all the documentary films in Sweden, showing even his film crew being attacked in certain areas. And Lemonhead is like, "There's no rapes in Sweden. You're wrong. There's no rapes in Sweden. There's no murder. There's nothing. Everything's wonderful. How about we drop your little fruitcake rear end, Don Lemonhead, without a camera crew, and you walk through Rinkeby, you walk through Malbo, and see what happens to you."
So in this interview that he had with Sean Hannity, and just I'm fairly certain everyone is aware of the work that O'Keefe does at Project Veritas, but he's just exposed so much, just a true patriot. But basically, in this interview that he had with Hannity, basically he states that in the next 48 hours, like WikiLeaks, they'll be releasing hundreds of hours of tape from within the establishment media, and that in fact their next target is the media. And then Hannity comes back to ask, well, how long you've been working on this, and basically comes forth to say, we've had a couple of people on the inside come to us, just like Julian Assange has people come to him. We've had sources come to us to give us this information, and we're going to be releasing it wiki style.
That's awesome, man. So it's going to be today at some point. So we're going to be on the lookout for that. I can't wait to see that, bro, because it's time to put an end to these guys. It's time to strike back at these guys. Enough's enough. People need to see the duplicity. We all know how bad the media is. We hear about it, but that's the problem. We just hear about it. It's one thing to hear about things. It's an entirely different ball game to be seeing the things that you're hearing about, and then all of a sudden it makes a mental connection. One of the things that I believe will happen in the next coming months, CJ, next few weeks, is that there's going to be revelations coming out. Evil revelations that are going to be coming out that will put an end to the leftists and the social justice warriors, because they will not be able to rally around these so-called leaders, because these leaders are about to get exposed. Okay, I mean, Biggs has said there's probably over a third of congressmen that are involved in all sorts of pizza cooking recipes. Okay, there's all sorts, there's all sorts of nefarious activities with the deep state. There's the military industrial complex that's completely out of control. These things are going to be revealed, and the American people, it's about time that the president has a fireside chat with the American people and start bringing out the skeletons from the closet, because the people of the United States need to deal with it. I mean, we've been conditioned forever to think of various different governmental conspiracies, and we just chalk it up to the salaciousness of it and then file it away. We don't really act upon it. People need to understand that there are cliques, that there are groups, that there are secret roundtables, okay? That there are powerful men that meet in secret that decide how they want to plan and how they want to, plan to carve up the world. That's reality of life. And people need to understand that, CJ. And I think those revelations are going to be coming. It has to come, because now see, with this stuff that I just revealed in the latest article, Total War, it's the faction that's going to win right now is the faction who hits first.
Absolutely.
That's who's going to win.
Yeah.
And as we're getting towards the occultic, days of March, okay, as we're building up to the Ides of March, all right, the impetus is all the more to have this done quickly. So this has to be done. If for whatever reason, Trump decides to listen to some sort of panty waste in his administration, doesn't strike fast enough, then you know what? Then he's lost. Then he's lost. Then he's going to be sitting on the sidelines, embroiled in conflict, and not being able to do anything. Now is the time to strike, because the establishment is gone full retard. They've gone full retard because they are absolutely desperate. Okay, they're in a total desperation, and now is the time to strike.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, it's mostly been, just the counter. but at some point you draw the line in the sand. You say, okay, you know what? We have to go on the offensive here. And you're exactly right. I think putting the truth out there to the American people is going to do wonders to help, bring back. I don't even want to say he's lost any momentum, but clearly, like we said, once they started to smell blood in the water, they clearly had they got a little bit more aggressive in terms of their attack. So we have to counter that.
Yeah, absolutely. 1000%. It's time to start taking guys out. It's time to start arresting guys like McCain. It's time for things to be done. And guys, get ready. It's like there's I was talking to a buddy of mine last night. He's like, it's like there's a storm coming. It's like you can feel it. It's coming, folks. A storm is about to descend on Washington, D.C. Get ready. There is a storm coming. I could feel it. CJ, I know you feel it.
Absolutely.
It's coming, bro. It's coming. Anything else, my man?
No, that is it. We have Hanging with Harley coming up here in a couple hours, right?
Yep, at 12 o'clock, right?
12 o'clock? Yep, perfect.
Awesome. Good deal. All right, guys. Thank you all for listening in. This is once again V and CJ, Mornings with V and TJ. Check us out on roguemoney.net. Follow us on Twitter at the Rogue Money, as well as the Rogue Money Facebook page. And again, check out our sponsors. If you need help with your credit, you need a slight tweaking, or you need to get out or have it fixed, or hit the reset button on your financial life, go to myfreedomnow.us, myfreedomnow.us, and you can book a call with even yours truly. With that being said, we are over and out. CJ, take it away.